Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SKTV. Welcome to today's show. Welcome to today's edition. Welcome, and welcome. Invite someone. Let someone know we are on. We are here today. Happy holidays, by the way. Welcome to the show, please. Let's share the show. Please, let's share the show. She can see the topic. Please tune in. Let's share the show. A lot to talk about. Is an opposition unity possible? Today we will be going a little deeper into some situations, some national issues. Please don't be disappointed today that we will focus on the opposition's agenda, and other things that are going on in the country. Tomorrow we will talk. About the government and some of the issues that are trending. Um, we'll talk to you about some of the assessment that has been done by the U.S. as to why we did not qualify for a grant. President George Weah came back and lied to us. We'll talk about those things as we await Milborn and Sickle to join us. Share the show, guys. Happy holidays. Share the show. As you can see me, I'm in my Christmas shirt, my Christmas regalia. So we do have a lot to talk about. We do. We do have a lot to talk about today. We have a lot to uncover. We will tell you why, if and why we believe that an opposition unity would be possible. We'll also get into the most recent revelation from Senator Darius DeLon about a contact made by both Louis Brown and Mr. Alexander B. Cummings to him. So there's a lot of things to talk about today, a lot to unpack, a lot to uncover. Let's share the show. Let's invite someone. Um, we intend to be here on this show as always. Welcome to SKTV. Happy holidays. It's a shame that I ain't get no present for anybody yet. Wow, the whole holiday for somebody said to say, yeah, let me just try something for the ball. Yeah, nothing. So scam promises are getting. And I get problem. We go there. Even former Toure, who a political leader right now, what a political leader name. Former Sally, what a political leader name again. You get some kind of political leader that we not forget what the man said because the man always hanging out with Judah Baga. Where a political leader name again, former Sally. Former Sally, my man, where a political leader name, bro. You got write a political leader name down here. Where name? Wapo? Jeremiah Wapo? Yeah, Jeremiah Wapo. But guys, let's share the show. We have a lot to talk about, to be very honest with you. We have a lot to talk about. We have some important things to talk about, some strange things to talk about. But let's share the show, please. Share the show with someone, invite someone as we are waiting to get signal here from Liberia to connect so that we can get on the radio. The expectation also we have Siku with us here at any moment. Again, a lot to talk about. We will also bring in other news. I don't know how we. Yeah, Dr. Jeremiah Wapo, my man, Jeremiah Wapo, Dr. Jeremiah Wapo. I'll give him many respect. The man at Dr. Jeremiah Wapo. Yes, today, like I said, a lot of things to talk about. Tomorrow we'll focus on some of the byproducts from some of the things that are happening in the government, some of the things that have happened in past government as to why we got what we got today on the streets in Monrovia with the attack from the motorcyclist, quote unquote, and the Zogo as it was reported. We'll talk about some of the things and what the report is from the MCC, how it correlates with that incident and some of the incidences that could happen after, as we go on as a nation. And this is not mutual exclusive to the CDC-led government, but tomorrow we'll talk about how human capacity has the potential to create these avenues. So yes, there's a correlation. It is a fact. It's not a talking point. It's not a. It's not a government politics, or you don't like the person on opposition or ruling. No, it's not that. It's more about the fact of the matter that there are some things that are going on that needs to be talked, and some things that are going on that need to be talked about. And so, that being said, let's share the show. Let me give you a second here to see if I can get in touch with our guys here from Liberia. Let's see here. I don't know. Let's see here. If there's opposition, if the opposition unity is possible. Give me a second, please. I am trying to get something situated here. The guys from Liberia. I just got some information. Okay. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that here. But yes, as you write, we'll recognize you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas and a happy, prosperous New Year. Let me recognize one or two people really quick here as we get today's session. You do not want to miss it. So you want to do everything you can. We will talk about, our focus today will be on the opposition, just so you know, specifically the Unity Party, the ANC. We'll point some of these mistakes out and some of the things that are happening that is stalling the opposition as a block or as a unit, or however you want to term them. Some people will get in their feelings today. They'll have attitude. It's okay. As you guys already know, we don't care if you get mad. We know that you're a child of God, so that way you get in there because God himself can get there. So when you get there, it's not an issue to us. But we definitely want to have this conversation because we know that it's important. And we also know that we must have these conversations. Today, CDC will take a break. CDC people will take a break so they can come and listen. Tomorrow, we will focus solely on CDC and what they have done as a party. So share the show, guys. Share the show. I will be getting out here with some people. Let me see. Share the show, please, as we are. Tomorrow, CDC will, they're interestingly, there has been lots of, information that has been reaching us concerning other people, whether it's Stanton, whether it's Spoon, some of the moves or whatever it is. But that's not what we're going to discuss today. Unfortunately, that's not what we're going to discuss today. We have other things to talk about from within the opposition. We want to talk the opposition. We want to discuss the opposition in full. We want to discuss other things that are happening within the opposition. See, this is where our focus needs to be. This is where we need to invest our time, our resources, and our energy in the opposition, ensuring that we have an opposition that's accountable, ensuring that we have an opposition that we can, I was saying Liberia, we can sift through. We can ask the necessary questions. We can probe. So we'll talk about some of the mistakes some of these guys are making, especially the ANC and Unity Party. We'll talk about them today. But let's share the show, guys. Before we get into the conversation here, let's share the show. Let me recognize, I said I was going to recognize one or two people, so give me a second. Please give me a second here. Let's go to a quick musical break. Here. Give me a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Sonaga Diabo. I'm glad with the great opportunity opportunity given me to introduce to you your president.
Babu want to become president. Muskilo want to become president. Poppy Dossel want to become president. Crazy man you see want to become president. Mr. Krede want to become president. Mr. Lala man want to become president. President you will see you. Mr. Roro want to become president. Jego. Now how the president business will be? We suffering for some more. Mr. Lala want to become president. President you see want to become president. Mr. John President. It can't be one angry. Let me tell you something. When they want to become president with Lala, they will come and say, as the president of the Republic of Liberia, I thank you people for introducing me as a president. The power invested in me as a president of the Republic of Liberia. I want to make sure I will bring the rest press down. Yeah. I'm going to pull all the fee of press down. I'm going to bring the gasoline price down. Yeah. Kalolo want to become president. You know easy again. You want to tell me say president wait? Tell money eat up become president? Cross take up become president? It's not easy. Liberia will support you. When they be president to them, they will stand and say, I'm Mason. I will bring down Moldova and build you new Moldova. I'm going to make sure I'm not going to steal the government money. I'm going to make sure 7-7 get their back pay. I'm the president going to make sure that the AFL going to be paid in 2 weeks. I'm going to make sure students going to get 12 buses. I'm going to make sure for the little children they say, I'm going to buy two plastic bags for them to poo-poo inside. Yeah. Babu, you see, want to become president. Mr. President want to become president. Mr. Dongo want to become president. Lala want to become president. Karen Ripper want to become president. You know, easy, so free, Liberia. Listen to the speech. As the president of the Republic of Liberia, I'm going to make sure I'm going to electrify the city into 1 day time. As the president of the Republic, I'm going to dry the whole of the sea and pay you people estate daily. And things go bad. Republic of West Wind going to be an estate. Mr. President become president. Mr. Lala man want to become president. Mr. Roro want to become president. Mr. Dr. Dog want to become president. Mr. Kenju man want to become president. Mr. Ripasa want to become president. can see what I can come on, friend. Oh, the president of the noise. Sonega. Please come, let we see them will become president.
Rutini, don't cry by yet. The president said, "Been in a worry, my ear." Me, I got one question to how will be president. But wait now, how can you become president? Nobody know you. How do you become president? How will you become president? Hey, people man, I want to become president. All the seven jagger they won't become president. You gap in here, then you won't become president. Nobody know you, then you say you won't become president. Nobody can say infinity here, you won't become president. My brother, you can become president. Stay as I follow you, come to Liberia, you say you won't become president. No, you can't become president. You don't even how you become president. You don't even know your dollar, you won't become president. You cannot even speak your own tongue, you won't become president. I don't know why you get ready to say you won't become president. Nobody even know you, you won't become president. Nobody share money, eat or want to become president. Okay, wait, plenty of people become president. Who want to become president? The Chapo people want to become president. Buka men, they want to become president. Swaggy, the people, they want to become president. It can't happen, you can't become president.
All the camping men, let me see your hand up. You raise your hands up. Look at that thing, Amen won't be president. Kokobo won't become president. You can't become president, yo. All the champion people, you raise your hand up. Become president. I say Lala, become president. Mr. Timo, you see, want to become president. Kukuba, you see, say want to become president. Loka, you then you say become president. After Bame want to become president. After Bame, you want to become president. They can be relation, become president. I say, people, raise your hands. Let me see those registration people. Sunday, where you at? Budini, you see, myself want to become president. Sunday,
Hey, who wants to become president as we await our team from Liberia to join us? We have not gotten signal yet. I'm not sure if they started the Christmas and the New Year chilling so early. That wouldn't be good. But the last I checked, we were on this morning and we did speak. So they should be here any moment from now. Fred, welcome to the show. Let me recognize some of you really quick before we get into the conversation. Like I said, we'll be talking. As you can see, the headlines is an opposition unity possible. Is opposition unity possible? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about the pros and the cons. We'll talk about some of the things that the opposition is doing to hurt herself. Opposition here will keep in context. And we explore a lot of, options here. This could be a monologue because I don't think, unless I get hold of Siku, who will send out the numbers and reroute it to me, I would see if I can get hold of him. But yes, today we'll focus on the opposition, just so you know. So those of you who are in the opposition, I want to get pissed off. You won't get feelings. You won't get attitude. I want the best time to catch feelings, get attitude, because guess what? Hey, we're in the Christmas season, festive season, holidays season. So when you catch feelings, it will be okay, especially it's colder on the East Coast and other places. You would be able to go on your blanket, sleep it off, and get up in the morning and be okay. You will be fine. But some people catch feelings because I just want you to know that the conversation will get heated. It will at some point because we will hit some nerves, strike some chords or whatever it is. But let's get into the conversation. But before we do that, let me make sure I recognize one or two people. Please, let me recognize one or two people here. Fred, welcome to the show. Umentrio, welcome to the show, and thank you for always following Umentrio. Fumba Toure, who claims Jeremiah Wapo would be the next president in his dream, is here as always. But guess what? Former Toure hasn't given up, even though the last few times I saw Jeremiah Wapo was either a bodyguard, special agent, special AD can, security to say human guy, but I won't have business. But he will still be president. Okay, good. Let's see how that will happen. Jackson, welcome to the show. Sorry if I don't call your last name. Omora, welcome to the show. Omora, you say you are, you're making a difference. That's good. Timothy, nah, my man, compliment the season, bro. Thank you so much. Timothy, welcome to the show. Cyrus, my man, Chief, what did you get with me? Yeah, yo, they Christmas are looking now. My son with the same word not working, so you are happy. Oh, yesterday, brother, it's working now. Yeah, I get cold, it's working. So my begin make it happen. Nobody's stupid, yeah, make it happen. They say the president brought 250 million back from his trip. So, no, don't even try it. Yeah, don't even want to go. Just make it happen. Make it happen. We'll show it, Yeah, so I beg you. Same way, you already know the code. You got my number, everything. Just turn it here. We're not stupid yet. Yeah, please, I beg you. Evangeline Hill. Evangeline, it's been a while. Kudos, good to see you. Caroline, good to see you. Merry Christmas to you. Nancy, good to see you too. Merry Christmas to you. Is that Sheck? Sheck, good to see you. Hello to you. Please, if you don't, unless you write, that's the only way we know that you are here. We'll recognize you. If you don't write, then to be quite honest, we wouldn't know. But let's share the show, share in your different chat rooms, share to your political leaders and political people, so that we can start this conversation. And I will start this conversation first of all by telling a story. One of my favorite journalist or media person that I've read about, I follow. Merry Christmas, Victor. My man, Chief, I call you by, I don't hear back from you, Chief. So I beg you that my Christmas you are calling for or my New Year in Chinyoma, I beg you, Chief. Right now, fasting. I spend it down with the Lord so that you're getting Chinyoma, Chief. Just trap it, Chief. You already know. So that my Christmas and New Year you are calling me for, that I missed that call. Sorry, I wrong you. I've been praying God for you. That Chinyoma, you see me that hunger doing me. That's so the hunger doing me, Chief. Justina Beverly Pajibo. Justina, what's up? Sonja, what's up? We need to talk, but I'll hit you up. We need to talk. We need to catch up on something really quick. Really quick. We'll talk. Theodore, I beg you, Chief. I beg you. So make it happen. Please. Yes, Samuel, welcome to the show and thank you. Like I was saying earlier, I'll take my own time and lay this out to you. And it'll be up to you to decide. At the end of the day, you have rights. But I want to invite the oppositions, mainly the Unity Party, the Liberty Party, and the ANC. I want to invite them. I want to bring the camera a little closer. Let me say this. If you have followed me, I've been very consistent in what I've said and what I continue to say. Because I've been consistent, there has been this concocted effort. In other words, there has been this plan by some member within the opposition, some members, key members, some political leaders, political actors, key figures, current leaders. So, yes, Steve, welcome to the show, my man. Merry Christmas to you too. And they do that, I see them doing that to other people as well. Other people who have voices and want to speak out and want to speak the truth to power. They try to align you with a political party, or they try to align you with a person, a political leader. Even when you've told them or when you are telling them on a daily basis that I'm not part of this group, I'm not part of that group, I don't support this person, I don't support that person. And let me tell you the reason they try to do that. There is a reason behind it. And the reason for it is not to question what you are saying. It's not the goal. Hey, Letty, welcome to the show. Merry Christmas to you. It's not to question what you are saying. They're not questioning, challenging what you are saying. No, that is not the goal. It's never the goal. The goal is to pin you to be part of a certain group or part of certain people so that they can say what you are saying is biased, even when it is the truth. So that is the goal. So you hear them saying, oh, you ANC man, you communist man, you the other person man, even when you tell them repeatedly. But that will not deter us going into 2023 because we know ourselves, we know where we stand. And I mean, let's be honest, there should be no reason why someone would choose a side and try to lie or play neutral. No, I don't think there should be any reason for that. I don't think so. When we decided, especially me, to work with the ANC Global in 2019, we made it very, very clear. And in all honesty, I think I'm too vocal to hide who my support will be for presidency. I don't think so. Because I would have to go all in, make the case, help that candidate, help that side to ensure that they win. That's just my nature. Other people would support and be quiet. I wouldn't do that. And I wouldn't hide who I support because I would like to be on record too. Whether they lose or they win, the same way how I like to be on record about what I write or what I say. Me personally, I would like to be on record. So when people try to lounge you, attach you, or whatever it is, it's a distractionary tactics. But that's okay because it's not going to stop us from what we're saying. But like I was saying to you, that one of my major journalists, news broadcaster is Rachel Maddow. And the reason I like Rachel Maddow is because Rachel Maddow, I've been watching her for a couple of years. Her style is unique. She tells stories to educate her audience, inform her audience, and then bring it to bed while laying the reality as to why she told the story. And I like that. I like that style. It's unique. It's different from how other people communicate. It is. And so sometimes I like to talk stories to bring together what I want to say. And so the story I'm going to tell you why I believe that the issue of opposition unity is relative. It is possible, but it will not be possible with certain people and with certain group within the opposition. Let me say it again. Opposition unity is possible, but it will not be possible with certain group and with certain people within the opposition. And I will call the names of those group and those people who it will not be possible with. And the reason I want to start this story is because I want you to understand exactly where I'm going. Let me start the story. It was the end of 2017 in the elections. Two political parties emerged per our constitution to go face each other in the runoff, too, such as the Unity Party and the CDC. Within the opposition, the CDC was the opposition at the time. The Unity Party was the ruling party at the time. Please, I want you to pay attention to this story because if you miss out, then it would be a problem. It would be a serious problem for you. You'll get disconnected. And there were oppositions parties such as the CDC. When the Unity Party went to second round, when the CDC went to second round, other parties, please bear in mind that at the time the Unity Party was not opposition, the Unity Party was still a ruling party. The CDC, on the other hand, was the opposition at that time. Fast forward to this conversation, the CDC, who is the opposition at the time in 2017, December 26 was the election, 2017, which is 2 days from now. You would think that CDC would have attracted members of the opposition. There were two members of the opposition in the story that refused openly to support United Party or CDC. The two members that refused to support were Liberty Party and the ANC at the time. These are facts because the records are there. They refused to openly say we support this side or that side. However, their political leaders allowed people from the party to make the choices as to who they will support because it is democratic. Let me say it to you again. So, in the story, some members from the United Party, from the ANC, supported the United Party at the time. In 2017, they ran off. Some members from the ANC supported also the CDC. Now, I want you to understand that you would think that at that time, all those who were in opposition, please pay attention because this is important, would have supported the CDC at the time because CDC was the opposition party. But right now, how it's supposed to be, opposition is supposed to come together. Because the topic for today is unity possible in the opposition? Those parties did not support the CDC. Neither did they support the ruling party, United Party. So at the time, peace be to his arches, Charles Walker Bronskin, Councillor Charles Walker Bronskin, and Mr. Alexander B. Cummings said they wouldn't openly endorse any one of those candidates or so. But here is the record. Here's the facts. Here are the facts. Give me a second. Give me a second. I just got a technical message from Liberia, so I needed to respond to that, to the station quick. I need to respond to them. So, fast forward. The United Party, again, those two political leaders did not openly say they support this or they support that. But it is alleged, until I can get the facts to me, that Mr. Alexander B. Cummings did not support the CDC, yet he supported the United Party behind closed door financially. He did, from what I was told. Again, I told them unless I can have the facts that I can read, I will use the word alleged. Most of the times when you see me say something without using the word alleged, it is for fact. I've ascertained documents or evidences to prove those things so that if you choose to take me to court, I can say these are my evidences. But when it is alleged, I will say it is alleged that there were financial contributions made to the United Party. Mind you, the United Party was the ruling party. These opposition members at the time in 2017, based on the story I'm explaining to you, should have gone with the CDC. It would have been more fair, realistic, and suitable because this was at the time the opposition. He didn't do that. He supported the ruling party. Pay attention because this is important for us to understand. This is very important for us to understand. You see, when we take positions and we say things on certain people about certain things, we say it from an informed point of view. We don't say it because we hate somebody or we don't like them. This is not about liking or hating. This is about the facts. Because if we will change Liberia, then we must start having the factual, realistic conversations that where people made mistakes, where people wrong people, then we should point it out and people should be able to mend those fences. Let me tell you something. It's not about what you see at the ballot boxes. It's about what the facts are behind closed doors. Many of you don't even know what's unfolding behind closed doors. You support your political leaders and your political parties. You don't even know the conversations that are being held. You have no clue as to what is going on. You have no understanding as to what is going on. You take messages either from us or from other people and you run with it and it plays on your emotion and your feelings. But that's a side point. Here is the point. The point is the Unity Party gets defeated. The opposition takes power, which is the CDC. Up until today, the Unity Party, under Joseph Yoman Boakai, has not told you why they lost the election, how they lost the election. They have blamed everyone else from Ellen to Alexander Cummings. Mind you, the Liberty Party also did not support them. They have not blamed the Liberty Party. The Liberty Party never supported them in the second round. And then, as a matter of fact, members of the Liberty Party openly supported President George Weah, such as Ben Senvi, Chairman Musa Belete, openly supported another opposition. They have never blamed them. But they blame Alexander Cummings, who never openly supported them, who never went and... But they see Alexander Cummings, again, it is alleged that he gave them financial contribution. Remember, I told you before here that elections are driven for the most part by money. Money can determine election. Don't let nobody fool you. That's not true. Monies will determine elections. Monies will determine elections. And so it's important for us to keep the story now that you're already aware of, because what you are seeing today is predicated on this story. Let me tell you something. There is no formal enemy. Let me tell you why there is a possibility that the opposition could reunite, but certain elements of the opposition will not unite. And let me tell you also where the CPP, Alexander Cummings, and the ANC have wasted their time and their resources trying to convince people who have a preconceived notion to not support them. And all of this has derailed the peace and progress of the opposition. And I can say this today. Let me say this today. As long as Alexander Cummings, CPP, and ANC continues to pursue certain people, he will not win election in Liberia. Let me say again. As long as he continues to pursue certain people, he will not win elections in Liberia, whether you like it or not. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you feel, whether you're an ANC person or not. That's my business. I'm not here for you. I'm not here for Unity Party. I'm here for the Liberian people, and we'll discuss the Liberian people issue. Because when people show you who they are, when they teach you who they are, when they tell you who they are, you must accept and respect them and stop wasting your time. Politics are time too. You must understand the time. You must. And if you don't understand the time, and you got people behind you who pushing out, will change them when the opposition now, and people come, keep wasting your time. You keep wasting your time. You got almost 9-10 months to elections. You keep wasting your time. You keep wasting your time and your resources. So now that you know the background history, so the Unity Party lost the election, not taking full responsibility to say, what did we do wrong? How can we correct this? What can we fix? How can we adjust this? Nope, they're not. They have not even examined. I'm being told, allegedly, that up until now, even the Vice President, Emmanuel Nukwe, and again, is alleged. And Joseph, imagine somebody wrong with you as your Vice President, you and Enaku. You're not from the president again. Just think about it. So, but that's a side point. Because these are things that you do, you sit when you lost an election, you go back to the drawing board and reevaluate where you made a mistake. The same thing today in Lofa. You saw it the most recent election we had in Lofa. The Unity Party lost, they got flogged there. Instead of taking responsibility, they've blamed everybody else and their family but themselves. When you say, they say you hate them, you hate the party, you hate the person, you hate the papi, and you ruin the papi, you're disrespectful. Okay. But let's move fast forward into this, because we've laid the basis, we've laid the premise from where this problem started. The problem in the CPP that you saw for the CPP to split has an origin. And this is the origin I've explained to you. The origin started with people not taking responsibility for not achieving their goal. Fast forward, Alexander Cummings decided that he would run again in the elections. Listen, you my people. Waiting here. What they can say, Liberian politics deep, a deep. When you don't understand it, and you can't inside, and you think everybody that your friend, you think the issue of political thing there, that friendship, and you got to please people, and you and certain people must align, then you will understand when time comes, when your goals are not achieved. But let's move fast forward. Fast forward, Alexander Cummings decided that he will run again. First of all, he was rejected by the Liberian people because they saw him as the newcomer. They did not have an issue with him, whether it was corruption, ineptitude, or so. They saw him as an option. But this option needed to separate and prove that he is an option. So they say, we'll wait. And I don't blame the Liberian people. I don't fuck the Liberian people. It's part of our human nature to be protective as we are. When you don't know somebody, you don't know certain things, you go into a strange environment, you behave and act a certain way. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. You're not crazy. Nothing wrong with you. You are just reacting normally. You are preserving yourself. You are protecting yourself. It's part of our protective nature. So the Liberian people say, but they God knew. He's a newcomer. We're not going to allow him to come and take power. Let's settle with the people who we are familiar with. Let's settle with the people who's been around. That is a logical, factual, and readily good way to react. And so I respect the Liberian people's decision at the time. For Mr. Alexander Cummings to come back to say he wants to run, you would have thought the goal would have been, I would prove to these people that I'm a newcomer, but I'm different from those who I met on ground. Alexander Cummings and the CPP, Alexander Cummings decided he would join the CPP. Guess who? The same United Party who blamed him earlier that they lost the election because of him. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Anywhere you live, anywhere you go, the first thing you must do as a man or as a woman, identify who for you and who not for you. Do that. It will help you. Don't waste your time trying to know people. You will not know everybody. Just identify who for you and who not for you. And it's easy for you to know who aligns with what you align with and who those people that align with what you align with honor. If you're honoring the same people and you got the same values and things, you're on the same side. Those of you who are Christian, let me tell you something. Everybody will not be for you. Ain't yet the Bible say, those who are not for us, they're against us. So how life looks is a plus or minus. Life is always a balance. You will not have everything just 100%. There will always be pluses and minuses. That's how we get electricity, that's how we get power, that's how we get other things. That's the way of life. There must be balance. So everybody will not be for you. Everybody will not like you. Everybody will not want you. And everybody will not be in your corner or on your side. It is okay. That is life. And so it is in politics as well. In politics, everybody will not be for you. You must accept that. And everybody will not be for you. And as a matter of fact, in politics, you don't need everybody to win. You need some people to win. You don't need everybody. Let me say again. You don't need everybody. You need some people to win. So fast forward, they formed the CPP. There were three that formed the CPP. Two of the people that formed the CPP were two of the people that didn't support one person. The Liberty Party and the ANC did not support Joseph Yuma Bwaga openly in the 2017 election. And I lie. That's true. That Joseph Yuma Bwaga had a problem or had a right to get pissed off? Yes, he had a right to get pissed off. Yes, he did. Would he be wrong for doing that? No. But did Mr. Cummings and at the time Charles Walker Bronskin had a right to support him or not? Yes, they had a right to not support him. As a matter of fact, I told you that CDC at the time was the opposition. And Charles Walker Bronskin and Cummings were oppositions. So if they had supported John Weah, it would have made more sense. Because in our opposition solidarity, you want. So why wouldn't it be fair for all the opposition solidarity to do the job we are when you were in the opposition? I mean, let who tussle and tussle. And want to say the truth, let who say the truth. So if they didn't support Joseph Yuma Boakai and Unity Party at the time that were the ruling party, they wouldn't have been wrong. I want you to pay attention because this is important for you to understand, my people. The rift you see in the opposition, the noise you see in the opposition, started a long time ago. It didn't start today. And not today noise. What you are seeing is the backlash of things that happen behind closed doors. That's all you are seeing. You're just seeing that at the pieces you are seeing when you see opposition members then going after each other. So let's move fast forward. They come back into a collaboration. Guess what the Unity Party does? Joseph Yuma Boakai talks to them and say, let's go bring Benin and Ure. Pay attention. Let's go bring Benin and Ure. But interestingly, you will also get to understand today that it was this same Benin and Ure that said during the 2017 election, for Cummins, they didn't support him. They kept them all short. They didn't support him. Benin and Ure is on record saying Joseph Boakai will never be president of Liberia. Pay attention. I want you to pay attention. I want you to pay attention. Because we're not stupid. And they're not Child Walker Bronskin or Cummins case I'm trying to make it. No, I'm not trying to make the case. I'm not the surrogate. I'm not the surrogate. I've never taken fast cent from any political leader or cent. I've not. That is a good thing. I challenge any one of them to prove me wrong. The reason I'm saying this is because it's okay for you to understand the origin of something before you take sides or before you get into the middle of it. Don't buy people plow. Don't buy people confusion when you don't know what's going on. Because when they face their plow, you will look stupid. Whether that people that are in relationship or that people that are in casual friendship or even in politics. Benin and Ure told Joseph Yuma Boakai that he will never be president. As evidenced by that, Benin and Ure made sure he used Costa to say what he said to Joseph Yuma Boakai. And quote unquote, when they got to the second round, Benin and Ure supported him. Okay. So because of that, but here's Benin and Ure history. Benin and Ure has always been a sedition. Costa has always been a sedition. Costa has always worked with the CDC party. As a matter of fact, Costa rolled up on the backs of the CDC. Benin and Ure, Telia, Ure, the whole Ure crew, all of them were rolling with Joe Weah. All of them, CDC. All of them. Winston Potman, all these guys. Joseph Boakai goes and picks Benin and Ure, where they had 3-men collaboration, brings Benin and Ure into the CPP. Pay attention. Benin and Ure comes in the CPP. He starts the noise. I'm not lying on Benin and Ure. There is no reason to lie on him. I don't have anything against any one of them. As a matter of fact, I respect all of them because I'm able to say the truth to them. And I'm not saying the truth in my throat. I'm saying the truth out loud to the world, and I'm being on record without using any insulting words to them. I will use descriptive adjectives to describe their behavior because that is how I'm trained to communicate. I don't cuss, but I can use descriptive adjectives. So that means, in other words, when you behave like a crook, I will say you are a crook. Whether you are 100-year-old, you are 200-year-old, your behavior must align with a certain descriptive adjective, and I will attach that to you. That's not an insult. It just means you should go and look up those words that we use and see if those words are not applicable to those behaviors that they are exhibiting. So my communication method might be a little different, but that's how I was trained. I was not trained to use F words, S words, and cost the person mind. No, that I don't do that. I don't have to do that. Do I know how to do it? Yeah. I live in a country where people curse every day. So, fast forward, Bernard Ayure comes in, the CPP. Mind you, now you know the background history here. You already got the background history. If you just came, sit and listen, please. When we are done, maybe you can replay this and listen to the background history because we already laid down the history. What brought the opposition to where they are today, brought the CPP to where they are, and I will predict to you what will happen within the CPP. What will happen to the CPP? And you might keep the video for record. And I SKTV not shutting down, and I'm trying to shut it down again, shut down. You can download the video. And I'm on Facebook too. You can reach out to me and tell me one day, say I'm a liar, I'm a fool, I don't know why I'm talking. That's fine. But let's follow the story. Bernard Ayure comes to the CPP. The first thing he starts to do is he starts to attack a member of the CPP who is considered the one that did not endorse Joseph Yuma Boaka, that made Joseph Yuma Boaka to lose the election. But guess what Bernard Ayure does? He brought Bernard Ayure. He says nothing about the attacks. Pay attention. These are not mutually exclusive things we're talking here. Let me tell you something. Politics is an art. People plan strategically. There is no coincidence in politics. Everything you just don't know about it, that's all. You just don't know. Everything you see in politics is well orchestrated, planned strategically, well done to be implemented. And they just bring it to the public, then you see the one that you see. You think Prince Johnson resigning from his party and turning it over to Jeremiah Cone a mistake? You really think so? But you don't know. But we'll talk about that another day. There's a lot of things that you don't know. There are. But I don't blame you. I don't fault you. No disrespect. You just don't know. Maybe that's not, you just coming into this. So you come into it from an emotional standpoint. You come into it blindfolded. You come into it from a limited, informed point of view. So you act and react based on the current information that is available to you without understanding the background. But here is what happened. Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence at the time, let me say this to you. Some of you don't know. Some of you don't know some things. Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence went against Bernard Ayure for attacking a member of the CPP within the CPP. I challenge anybody to say that loud. Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence spoke for Alexander Cummings because Alexander Cummings is passive by nature. In other words, he's a quiet, cool guy. He's not a confrontational guy. That's his nature. That's who he is. I've seen him. I've interacted with him. That's who he is. Everybody's different. Sekou passive. Sekou is passive. Sekou is a quiet. But you know I don't fool around. You don't fool around with me now because then I'll respond to you proportionally. You know that. No, I'm not passive. I know I'm not passive. I know that. I'm confrontational and I will address the issues. So, Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence confronted Bernard Ayure more than once. I'm aware of it. I know about it. You don't know about it. You are not aware because it didn't come to the public. Because they wanted to try to keep it on a wrap to get Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence to come on their side. When you see Bernard Ayure, Dorothy Ayure writes on Facebook, 3 against 1. That was when they were able to convince her to come on their side. Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence started off by being very neutral, wanting things to happen the way it's supposed to be within the CPP. She did. She did. Up until she was promised by Joseph Yuma Boaka that he will make her running mate. The whole game changed. It changed. Level changed. But that's fine. And the reason for that is because she couldn't get commitment from Cummings. Let me prove something to you. Mr. Cummings went to Lofa County. That's when the problem started. Mr. Cummings and Musa Belede met in Lofa County and they took some kind of picture wherein Mr. Cummings was playing with the Tassabian. I hope I'm pronouncing it well. I don't mean to offend anybody from it. I probably may not, but I know it's the Tassabian or something. That's how it's called. In Lofa County, discussions were held. Can you imagine all the way in my own country, you want to go have discussion there? Hey, I think I will not know about it. I won't know about it now. And the place I'm from Lofa. So My tenor in Lofa Pico, Alexander Cummings, and Musa Belede chilling, having conversation. But in this conversation, Senator Yomli Kanga was not aware about the discussion that was held. She knew of the conversation. She didn't know what happened in Lofa. I want you to remember this word. They met in Lofa. And they had a conversation in Lofa. In that conversation, when you see there was a picture that was taken between Musa Belede and Mr. Cummings, they were holding, both of them held a Tassabian together. And it seemed as though in that picture, Musa Belede was teaching Mr. Cummings or telling Mr. Cummings about the Tassabian. Pay attention to that. The Tassabian in the Muslim religion, they're not just anything you just play around with or just fool around with. But I'm not going to go into that one. I'm not going into the other part. I'm not going to go into the other part. Because let me say this to you. There are some things I don't say in public. There are some things I will never say in public. There are some things I will never talk about in public, especially if it doesn't have to do anything with killing somebody, hurting people, and so forth. I will not discuss it. There are some top level information that I will have. I will not talk about it. I will not talk about whoever talked to me about certain things. I don't care whether that person decides to come on Facebook, curse me, curse my mom, curse my pa, do whatever they want to do. It will never happen. Never. That person can even disrespect me. I will not call them in public. But I want you to think about that picture and that Tassabian that they use. And I want you to process it in your mind, whether you are a Muslim or you are a Christian. Why did they take that picture? Why did they use a Tassabian? What's going on? That's for the Musa Belede and the Cummings story. When you hear people say, Musa Belede about to leave Cummings camp, tell them they don't understand anything about religion. They don't know what they're talking. They're just propaganda. They're trying to stir up things. Just say it like that and walk away. Don't listen to it. Don't give yourself pressure on that one. But let's move fast forward because this story is getting interesting as we go further. I told you I love Rachel Maddow. I love her way of bringing, the news. So today, no in other news here. I don't bring your gossip here. No in other news here. Because the last time I brought other news, I got calls when I brought people talking to me. Oh, why you say they put a president in the TV room? Yes, they put President Joe. We are in TV room. I don't want to say it. They put in the TV room to be watching TV. Why the leader then were discussing serious issue, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. Why they put him in the TV room? When he came from the TV room, he only request because he didn't know what he had already discussed was for him to take picture. With that, we're going to that one tomorrow. Let's leave President Joe in the TV room story because that one is important. So when it came from Lofa, you would recall that that's where the friction started within the Liberty Party. That's where the news started coming from. That Cummings is looking at Musa Belede as possible running mate. Because pictures are very important. We call them optics. Optics are important. The pictures you pull up there are a lot of pictures I got in my phone here. I don't put them up because when you put pictures up, you send messages. That's why it's important for you to not post any picture up. It's very important. If you now want popcorn boys to be in your inbox, don't put picture with your tete and the other one on your butt and the other one, and don't do it. Don't do it. Because when you start doing tete, butt, advertisement, or whatever your competition, then you're attracting popcorn boys. And, so let's move. But anyways, let's get to the issue. Musa Belede and Mr. Cummings come back to Monrovia. They leave from Lofa. We follow them. I follow all the political leaders in the country. They get to Monrovia. Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence start being a little skeptical and uneasy. Don't get me wrong. Please don't get me wrong. Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence spoke out many times for Mr. Cummings. Just like Yuma Boaka and Benin Yue see an opportunity to bring Yomli Kanga Lawrence on board. They have a meeting where they guarantee her that she will be vice president. They told her. This is deeper than you understand and you know. It's deeper than you know. Up to the point, let me tell you today, up to the point where there was a betrayal between Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and some political leaders. Or serial betrayal. You even know some of the things like me have been behind closed door. You got no clue. The one want to see someone they happy beginning on Facebook talking funny when I hello and I just laugh. Chola gets in leaving me. So what my Christmas, Chola? So your ANC putting your so for your wow, so for your even say that we just get it guys on a Christmas, all the cousins and I get all through the year for your business. All the cousins and I get for your business. Stay for you to drop me someone at Christmas. So at least I can come on Facebook tomorrow and say my people, ANC people finally gave me Christmas. Oh, so when I said I want to, okay, no problem. Tomorrow the list of all those that gave me Christmas, I will put a list out tomorrow on the show. Tomorrow show by now want to make it will be too noisy. It will be noisy because we tell our President Joe we are put in the TV room. I was sweating in the TV room. There was no AC. They had to get out ASAP. We tell you. Now we're talking. Paige, thank you, yeah. Louise Page, thank you so much. Now we're talking. They put in like a Christmas for all. Now until I gave them count one day, she just throw it up. Me and I no religion. I no religion. So I go into the I'll tell you. Let me tell you what happened. The Christmas yesterday, Sekou won't bring us in the Christmas. Before I get into the conversation here, then Sekou can't make he won't bring us. He almost make it. I didn't go on the show. Sekou can't win. I don't know what kind of Jola Ray yesterday put together. As we speaking, there's some information that coming set from the president. But tomorrow we'll talk about that one. So information that coming from the president, I will forget. I won't get distracted. I'll put the phone away. I was on my way from work driving. So I called him to check in to see what's going on. Sekou kind of Sekou for all kind of technique. Some kind of bad dry red. They make up. I know that dry red or that Jola red, but the way it was cooked. Yeah, they just had it in the middle. Dry red, Jola red. I bound to the wall. My people say I ate that thing yesterday. I just on refill. I just drinking water. My God, just full. I just drinking water from yesterday afternoon from 1. Can you imagine from 2 p.m. and come? Just today that AL. I just sipping. My heart grab one bottle of water. I know what he put in that food. My God, just full. I just happy. Yeah. My God, just full. So that second wanted to send me up the morning from the show on the show, but I told you they were not happy. Because the people have been waiting to hear from us. But let's get back to the story because it's important for us to end this story as to why opposition unity, it could be, but there are some people that will not be part of it. Fast forward, Musa Bedede comes to Monrovia. Senator Yomble Kanga is on East because she doesn't know what's going on. She meets with Joseph Boakai. You can't blame her because she wanted to ensure too that, she's at the table. She's a political leader. She's a senator, and she meets the criteria to be a vice president. Why not take the opportunity? And at this time, Mr. Cummings is not clear on who he wants to be his running mate. So there is no signal. But the thought from Senator Yomble Kanga Lawrence was initially, if I were advising her, if I knew her during that time, she was making a decision and were advising her, I would have told her, don't tell them that you're not running for anything. Tell them you want to run for presidency to come to the table with something, with a leverage. I told you politics, that strategy as well. You must implement your strategies in your plans. But she didn't come to the table. She dropped out of the race like Benana Ure did. Because Benana Ure came in, not only as a distraction, but as a spy as well on the CPP. There's something I didn't tell you. I want to tell you. After the 2017 election, the Unity Party should have been over the House. Prince Moi. The United Party negotiated and turned it over to the CDC. The question I want for you to ask yourself is this. There is something strange that happened. Joseph Yoma Boakai, after the defeat, went to visit President George Weah. It sounded and it looked strategic as a reconciliatory movement or so forth. That's why it might seem like it doesn't make any sense from a traditional standpoint. Say we come from tradition. Why the small brother who want to be man, they come to the be man as a papi and say, papi, and here we are. What's going on? The papi went to him. That one I want you the traditional put a low into it. Or you don't invite Zanza Kawa because Zanza Kawa for me now a traditional man. A man that can be wearing Gucci shoe, be chilling, be wearing glasses, get a and pem, that you want holla all together in the time. He's not traditional leader for me. Nope. I call him a long time. He's a joker. He's not serious. Traditional leaders don't dress like that. You see, I saw Zanza Kawa, I had to listen to his words that came from his mouth. Before I recognized my own traditional leader in the country, I was like, what are we turning into? But that's a side point. Yombi Kana Lawrence and Senator Darius DeLong, pay attention to this because this is important. They win the elections. Joseph Boakai makes them think that he will make her vice president. Kept them under that impression, that illusion. CPP Alexander Cummings. Here's where the problem is. The first mistake is Alexander Cummings, like I told you from the beginning, who should have shown to the Liberal board that he was different, did not. Alexander Cummings went, joined with the CPP. These guys started the attacks on him. Alexander Cummings said he will stay there. Alexander Cummings did not see the plan of them carrying him to court. He didn't see it. He didn't see it coming. When they went to court, Joseph Boakai knowingly said in the court that he doesn't know him. I'm not lying on Joseph Boakai. I have no reason to lie on an old man. Fast forward, with everything that happened within the CPP, Joseph Boakai decided that they will leave. Who the first person that left? Ure. Ure left. Ure pressured Joseph Boakai to leave, along with Costa and what the other. I said, we fought inside. We fought inside. We fought inside. We no. The one who fought inside said to come from inside said a problem. Costa. John Lobo. What the other guy name? Obe. They don't want to tell him what the papa name Joseph Boakai, who can practically bond them maybe 2 or 3 times to leave. Can you imagine? Joseph Boakai packed up and left unceremoniously. Left in the middle of the night. Like a criminal. Because I had criminal, then I had to go. When everybody's sleeping in the party, run away. No one put it no. Left like a criminal. When he could have left with honor and dignity. It sounds funny. But these are some of the things that brought us today to the opposition unity. Here is where we are with the issues. And here are the situations. Here's what at end. While they were in the CPP, intelligence from the CPP and the movement and other things from Alexander Cummings and other people were all spread out because they had spies, such as Mo Ali. Let me tell you something. Let me say this today to you. It's not a hate thing. It's not you don't like this person thing. I told you before, Mo Ali asked me for my email address. I sent my email address to him. He tried to hack me. And I told him he was a fool. I told him the other day, I said he's a fool. And he carry that joking thing somewhere else. And he plays too much. I told him, he got a message clear. I did tell him that. That we're not on that level. We're cool, but we're not on that level. I don't play like that. But that's a side point. That is a side point. Because we got serious critical national issue. These guys started to play games. They went to church. Now they went to church. They went to court. In the court, the government agreed to work with them, with the Unity Party and other people. The government agreed. And they agreed to do that. But the mistake they made in order to make Joseph Boakai vulnerable that most of you don't understand is they elected to only bring Joseph Boakai to testify, not Yomli Kanga Lawrence. That's why you didn't see Yomli Kanga Lawrence on the stand. The reason they brought Joseph Yoman Boakai to testify is because they wanted to have him on record and make sure they use it against him as time goes by. That's why you see them seeking today to run against Joseph Boakai as opposed to anybody else. But that's another subject for another time, because I know many of you are not seeing through the lenses of these things. Let's see through the lenses of these things. Let's go a little further so that you can clearly understand what's going on. During the trial, Mo Ali admitted that he's not a Muslim. He's not a Christian. Well, somebody sent me a small clip and say, you said Mo Ali is a liar. He is a liar. I think on class read law, whatever it is, he's professing to be a Muslim. I'm like, okay. But that's not strange to me, because that's how these guys are wired. That's how they are. Now, after the CPP closes, listen to this, because this is interesting. And this is for y'all who in the ANC and CPP. I want you to listen to this very carefully. I said on Yasendi's show before, I think a week or two ago, that if Alexander Cummings decides to join the Unity Party, to take the bid of going as vice president, they will kill him. And I mean it. I do. He will never see presidency. I'm saying it again, and I won't be on record for it. I got nothing against the Unity Party, nothing against Joseph Yoman Boakai. Because me and he not running the same woman, we're not applying for the same job, we're not in the same house, we're not the same age, we're not friends, nothing. So there's nothing to be jealous about. Those boys that are behind him, I don't care who it can be, whether it is the advisor, chief security, chief advisor to Mr. Cummings, or whoever it is. When you're having your drinks and you'll find yourself in a collaboration with Unity Party, you'll wake up. You're having a bad dream. I'm saying it to you. Let me tell you something. One thing Sekou always would tell me when I first got to know him, he always say, when I say, I really want to talk Liberian politics, man, I don't get no politics, man. He just said to me, there is no formal enemy, Steve. He can always say that to me. Even when we're having just casual conversations, he always brings that up. He can always say it to me. He said, and for 4 or 5 years now, that thing has resonated with me in my brain. And I see that there is no formal enemy. Let me tell you something. Whether you like it or not, Unity Party won what you want. You're not joining no collaboration. Nope. There are 2 things Unity Party wants. First thing Unity Party wants is to give George Weah a second term. And yeah, they want to give George Weah a second term. Forget about all that thing what you see, man. Forget about that whole no 1 minute attack George Weah, they added the attacking. Forget about that thing. Lead that thing. You have no clue about what these guys are. You have no clue. You got no one minute of clue. You don't have it. Forget that thing. The second thing, all this, let the opposition unite, let them come together. They don't know what's going on in the CPP. They don't know the next plan. They don't have enough people in there to give them intelligence like they had when they were in the previous CPP. So they need to bring themselves around so that they can tell the government your next move. You try it. I say it to you, go try it. Y'all might drink your liquor the Christmas and you go join all the New Year. You go smoke cigar, get high, all of you can you join. You join me. You go. We the one who on the social media will drag you. You can go write it down. You go write it down. You go write it down. The first chance that Alexander Cummings missed of setting himself apart, he must not attempt to make that again. Leader that leader. You soon say you can be leader. Leader that leader. The mistake that he made wasted almost 2-3 years trying to get United Party to conform and to work with him. All that time I was vested, dragging in court, do that one, bring bunch of noise, create huge fatigue within the opposition, confuse the people. Go put yourself out with them again. Y'all go there. Y'all please go. Me, I behind y'all go. Y'all go there. No boys are waiting. Y'all go there. Y'all please go there. Please, don't go there again. If Alexander Cummings, the ANC, and other opposition would have put themselves together and now waste their time beyond that useless thing what they have going on, that useless case, then you would have rejuvenated the Liberian people. For CDC to even be making noise around, it's because you guys have created some voter fatigues. The Liberian people are confused because we told you from the beginning, don't join that collaboration. You're not listening to someone else say we're not politically relevant. We're not in no political party. We don't have political leaders. Then when you join, you saw the outcome. Y'all go join again. Y'all go join. I beg you, y'all go join. You think United Party will not forget about what they claim like you did today? You made them lose election? You really think they want ANC to win election? You really think so? You really think so? Those boys that the last chance is hanging on a thread. Anybody that was staying that way will get rid of you. I'm saying it to you today. Anybody that will attempt to stay in their way, they'll get rid of you. That's why they've all amalgamated forces behind Joseph Human Bwaga. They will tell you that even if Joseph Human Bwaga is dying, they'll put him in the mansion. They know that they only hope. Who tell you they don't know? They know. That's why when I see some progressive, shamelessly, they know the truth. That they see nonsense they did with Jowiah. Who told you they didn't know Jowiah were incompetent? But they thought it was their way to come to power. And Jowiah screwed all of them over today. Sorry for my French here. Jowiah played all of them. Employing unsophisticated Nathaniel Maggio, unsophisticated. Listen, let me tell you something. There are other people in the opposition that want to unite and join you. Focus on them. Leave Delon alone. Delon will not support you. Even if Delon support you, you will not. Let me tell you something. Let me say this to you today. I love and respect Delon. Delon is a brother and a friend. You will continue to be your brother till death do us part. Me, he has a brother. He is a brother. And so are other political leaders. Yombly is a sister. I call her my Oma. I will continue to respect her. I will not have the truth. I'm saying this to you guys today. Leave Delon alone. You don't need Delon to win election. No, you don't. No, you don't. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Now, not Delon, you want to be vice president. If you want vice president, in fact, I respect Delon for what he did. Mr. Cummings should know better by now. He should know that there are certain moves that you don't make. You don't keep yourself on record on certain things. You really think Delon want to support Cummings? Oh, God. Hey, Lord. I just wish y'all would just wake up from this slumber and understand that this is politics. And most of the people you guys are dealing with, they're deceptive. Let me tell you something. The Liberian people are looking for leaders. They got other people in the country that you can work with. Jowiah did not win election by himself. Delon didn't win election by himself. That human being can make human being popular. Go deal with a human being. Lead the people there who think that they don't want to carry numbers. They got numbers and they're human magnets. In their head, they're human magnets. Leave them alone. That human being can make you valuable. And not yourself. They're not another human being. The one where people say, oh, the way to come in presidency through Joseph Bwaga. That's a stupid talk. Anybody who say that's something wrong with them. Because if it's the way for Cummings to be president through Joseph Bwaga, why Joseph Bwaga don't make himself president? Why not president? He made Jowiah president. Okay, that my big foolish talk somewhere else. We're talking about reality. Focus on the people you're working with now. Bring new people on board. Leave the United Party conversation alone. Leave these people alone. You know those boys. Leave these guys alone. If they're talking about a collaboration and they're talking about unit, you're talking about opposition coming together, let them talk it in the head. You're leading people alone. You're leading guys, let the guy go hang themselves. Even Even when you go to, let me tell you today, let me predict to you today, even when you go to the second round, United Party will not support you. And yeah, they already told you they will not support you. You're not just paying attention. You ain't paying attention. You think United Party want to unite with you? You really think so? The bigger picture is to give George Weah 12 years. If you haven't gotten a call yet that your business, and I'm about to sit and go into details about what the process and what the steps are, that your business. I told you a few months ago, before Nathaniel McGill, the beginning of the year, was sanctioned. I told you Nathaniel McGill had a conversation with a couple of the United Party partisans. Mo Ali was in the meeting. And the plan is concocted before they fire you, Mr. Cummings, to the court. You don't even know what you're playing with. You have no clue. You ain't got no clue. But you continue. You know, one of the men I got clue about some of the things that are going on, and I understand some of the things that are going on, and why you don't mess with them. Musa Belede. Listen, I'm not here to talk about Musa Belede. I'm not his spokesman. I'm not in CPP. I'm not part of CPP. Musa Belede understands them. Musa Belede understands them. You think Delon will support you? You think Delon will support you? Okay. Good try. Good try. Good try. Please try again. The next one. Now, Delon want to expose the message that you requested for Edison. You ain't even get it to you. You ain't get it to you. Yeah, look, some of you in the opposition, you need to understand that this is politics. You're in a very, very dangerous zone. Some people, you leave them alone. Some people, you leave them alone. You all leave United Party alone. United Party told you they were leaving. They were going to form a bigger collaboration, a better collaboration, and they will bring other parties on board. Since they went, Daniel Yue has endorsed them 8 different times. Nobody has come there to endorse them. Even the DAL that they were talking about. Where are they today with the DAL stuff? When we thought eating yourself, we laugh. You all leave these people alone. You don't need United Party to win election in Liberia. You don't. The Liberian people tired with United Party. They will not bring them back. When you go to second round, United Party will not support you. Yeah, and hear me well. If you think you're joking, you're going on that venture. Let your political advisor, then the one who experienced in politics, the one who understand about the politics of Liberia, let the advisor you're okay in bed with them. Please, bon voyage. Go. Hey, I think this is a joke. Go. Certain people, you draw lines. Stay away from them. They stay away from you. You maintain distances and maintain a relationship from far apart. If United Party choose that they want to come support you, let them come as supporters. You're not going to sit down on no table with no collaboration talk. I give you a call again. Those boys don't need to be close to implement Plan B. You ain't even want a Plan B. You're 10 months to election and you're still fooling around with collaboration. You're still fooling around with collaboration. You think why the boys are calling for collaboration? Why they up till now? Just answer me. Up till now, why the boys haven't formed the thing that they said all the promises they made they were going to do? Better coalition, a bigger one, a broader one. We'll bring everybody on the tent and we'll make this better. And the puppet got the number, and we got the people and new recognition. Where are they? Where are they? Y'all leave United Party alone. Y'all leave the collaboration thing alone. It's a waste of time. It's a strategy to distract from you guys. There are some things I want to say, but I won't say it. I just keep it in my God. I won't say it. I told you, everything in politics is well calculated, pre-planned, and so forth. What you see is just a backlash. I had to sit down to be taught politics. I had to sit down to understand politics. I had to. I choose not to just get involved with the American politics. But from the time Donald Trump started to misbehave, I knew the end game for him, what the guys wanted to do with him. Anyway, happened. He will not running no election. He ain't going nowhere. The guy ain't where they want him to be. There are certain people that control certain things behind closed doors. The United Party has projected their feelings on you guys, that you guys are desperate. All of the gay picture you can see passing around, it comes from the United Party. They don't want to pass it what to seditions and pass it. They're working hands in hands, my people. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. I'm telling you today, don't waste your time. There are few good ones among them, but the good ones not even muster the courage to walk away. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Don't. It's like Eugene Falcon telling you, say, oh, the government is criminal. The government let it in. Say, oh, I still sedition. Those boys pledge allegiance to certain things. They are afraid of anybody that will challenge anyone in any town. Because me and they never went anywhere before. So they ain't got nothing on me. Even the surrogate and the guy that think they know me or know me, I challenge them anywhere in public to say anything about me. I will respond to them proportionally. Any one of them. You know why I'm saying what I'm saying? It's because when you want change, you want change. If you don't want change, then leave it alone. If you want to go be back in the same cycle, because I can tell you, if you form a collaboration today, give it 2-3 weeks, less than 2 months, you will come back into yo-yo again. Why it's closer to time to election? This is all distraction. This is all. Who told them to leave the CPP? Who? And they left? Okay. Cool. What did happen? You, as an opposition, you call a rally. The people say that because they made all the excuses around it. They made all the excuses to not attend it. They say, oh, because the rally, and I couldn't going to promote, and that what the guys were in front of it, the title of the rally, but they never invited us. You go to Dillon, you invite him, Dillon say, you're not still coming. And you're still passing the rally on being collaboration, on me calling people. Let me tell you something. Unity Party is as scared as CDC. The only way you can deal with them, you deal with them from distance and don't talk to them about it. And let me advise or recommend to those of you in the ANC, especially the women in the ANC. Y'all be careful. What I'm about to say is a little too deep. You'll be careful. You'll be really, really careful. Let me tell you something. In politics, there are two things that people can use as leverage over you. Sex and money. You'll slow down. You ain't understand this thing. You ain't understand this thing. You ain't understand this thing. Some of you who are enthusiastic, you love Mr. Cummings. I'll keep the other one when I go on your show on Tuesday. Because I where most of the ANC people can come. You'll be very careful. You'll be very, 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 very careful. The Russian people decided that they would plant a spy during the 2017 election in the United States. She rose through to push the agenda of the NRA. Her name was Maria Butina. She was in America. She lived here. The American kicked her out of America, I think, either the beginning of the year or last year. A year or two ago, either right before the election or by the election or something. When that Robert Mueller investigation was going on, that's when they discovered all of this plot. She was around South Carolina and other places. She worked her way through. She slept with the BB politicians. Strategically, that was the leverage to go through. That politics you're in here, you'll be careful. That direct call I'm getting to you, you'll be careful. You are grown, you can mess with who you want to mess around with. When you mess around with the wrong people who are not on your side, You're in trouble. And some of you are already in trouble. Part of Stanton behavior that you're exhibiting is because of you. Some of you. You ain't see nothing yet. You ain't see nothing yet in politics. I told you. These boys will work with the devil in hell to achieve their goals. The next person that's going to run 2029, per how they have been running Labrador for years, where they can groom people to be President George Weah is not president by mistake. President George Weah was groomed for this. The person that tried to space it and they get rid of him was Chancellor. When Chancellor pronounced it, they got rid of him. Chancellor, when he saw that time, he not stupid, he knew what he was saying. I'm saying this to you. You might not like us. Some of us, we might not be your favorite person. We might not be in your camp. We might not be close to your political leader, or we might not talk to your political leader. But what I'm saying to you is direct code, be careful. Be careful. Don't take money from these people. Don't go into any kind of sexual relations with them. They will use their leverage against you. They will discuss you. They will talk about it. They will. I'm saying it again. They will talk about it. It will be over your head. Even if you got it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the plot? Oh, wow. You ain't seen nothing. The plot to position Mariah. He lost in trouble. You see nothing here. You better position a Jew. I see nothing here. Y'all be jacking. Y'all be passing around. Y'all think nobody fooling around. Those boys are on a mission. Fool around. Y'all be fooling around. Y'all be jumping around. Y'all think that your regular thing here? Y'all think that gossip club here? That politics here, you know? When I pay attention, don't watch your back. That politics you're in. Before you make up your mind, they will hold you in the middle of the water and leave you hanging in there. Those boys got playing. Trust me. Those boys got playing. Those boys got playing. Go out. Go out, yes, me already told. So I get a direct over my plug where they slow down with certain people and certain things. Slow down. Those boys got playing. They have infiltrated indirectly the CPP and the communist camp. Yeah. They ain't see nothing. You think when they're buying your gift or you're talking on the phone or you think that free? You think that for nothing? You serious? Somebody that come to you and attack your political leader, attack your plan, attack your movement. Ain't that right on the phone with that same person? You meeting that person secretly? You serious? You yourself, you serious? You yourself, say you serious? Yeah, I'll continue. Y'all be playing here now. The boys are coming here. I beg you, yeah? Y'all be playing here. Y'all be playing. Y'all think this is a joke? Y'all be playing. Y'all be playing. But we are watching. How far is gone? Those boys will explode everything. Let me tell you something. These boys have bigger strategy and bigger plans. You guys must open your minds. Be proactive. Counter these things. Even there are some people that you need to check them, double check them. You know, one time I went to I got put in someone in a chat room. The first thing I called the person who put me in that chat room. The first thing I did, I called the person who put me in that chat room. So as I saw one or two people posting. So I entered the chat room, I saw one or two people posting, I said, the chat room, that's it, you. And you will never see me post anything in here. Never, ever. So y'all be careful. But me, any chat room you put me, I will not move from there. I will choose not to post or whatever it is. I will read everything y'all put in the chat room. I will screenshot it. I will save it. Especially those of you who are not good for the country. Some of you guys are bad for the country. Okay. They don't know what that opinion. I will smoke my opinion. No problem. I will smoke it. Me, the only thing I don't talk about personal life. But if I was somebody who would talk about personal life, so the thing that I know that I lay on my bed, they deep and bad. I see where Stanton freshness come from. Part of the freshness, I know where it come from. I know exactly what's going on. They want an United Party opposition talk. They want a CDC infiltrating. I see where it come from. I need to draw lines though. For real. You can have a political party where everybody just vulnerable. You can't. I think you got too much vulnerability. And it speaks volume because the people you're dealing with, they're bad people. And the thing about it is they understand this propaganda thing. They understand what to do, what kind of button to push, who to hit or whatever it is. You understand? Do you know how many strange people they can send picture, send video? So you send a black people now on that level. I don't know, you know me. You can be texting me and talking, you who to call me baby anyway. I mean, you go down that route. It can work. And I can tell them before, I can say, whoever send you, go tell them it can work. I'll read you back. Then I'll block you, I'll delete you. Don't bring that foolishness. We're not on that level. Because they want to use every means to track you down, track you. We're in that politics you in. You got to be careful about your steps you take. And you're going to be making yourself vulnerable. You'll say this, you'll say that. But I hear that, my people. So, I mean, the opposition, I'm saying it, the opposition will have to make the case. That's a good question, Bill Carson. The opposition will have to make a case individually, not collectively. Yeah, individually, not collectively. They have gone their separate ways on different parties. Let them invest in the different groupings and make the case. Forget about the issue of coming together. It's a waste of time. They will not come together. They could come together maybe in second round. Some opposition will support opposition member in second round. I know for a fact United Party will not support ANC in second round. United Party had told you from day one that you cost them the election. I don't know what else you want to hear. I don't know what else you want to hear. Joseph Boakai, who could harbor something against a woman he served for 12 unbroken years, who picked him as vice president. Joseph Boakai counts against her. That you? That Cummings? That Cummings? I ain't see nothing. I'll be saying that there. Y'all be saying that there. Y'all be saying that there. Let your advisor and be telling your food in there, or you'll be getting yourself out there running in circles. Y'all be going around yourself. Y'all just be in one place, 10 years around, checking, whole day, 10 years around, checking, 10 years around, checking. Y'all be doing the election kind of papa, y'all. Instead of you're focusing and investing and leaving the people alone, you're on fire being, let opposition unite. Let opposition, you think United Party want to unite with you? You think United Party want to unite? You really think so? The behavior they're exhibiting, that United behavior there? That United behavior? Okay, let's say you're unite. Fine. Boom, you're unite. Who will be the leader? Who will be the leader of that United that you won't get? Hey, you're telling me now. So that means you're carrying Joseph Boakai as president? And Kumi going to have vice president? That's a deal? Okay, get yourself hard. The common sense thing here, people talking there, people say they're supporting the person, they're supporting. You start wasting the opposition time and you start giving the people hard time. To be honest, you stop it. This particular United thing, it will not work. Stop this foolery. Stop putting yourself on record, calling the other person, texting that person. Certain people, you don't waste your time on, you don't invest in them. So why if Cummings has said something to Delon in that text message, you think Delon would have divulged that message? But I don't blame Delon. I blame Cummings now. Everybody will not be for you. Everybody will not vote for you in an election. The first may say you even may want to CPP King, but I don't know who encouraged Mr. Cummings to go and call Costa to sing a parent call. Who told you Costa is interested in you? Who told you Costa won't change? Who told you these guys want for things to change? This is how these guys see themselves as heroes and heroines in the country. When the country is in disarray like that and they make arrangement, do you know that they made arrangement with the one that they sanctioned? What is name for the port? What is name? What is the funny looking man name? The funny looking older guy that say Jowiera is Gino. He Gino Jowiera to tell you how much something is not okay in the head. You can almost burn somebody and you call the person You call yourself the person GM. Built already. That was an orchestrated plan. So that Costa could raise money for himself on you guys' expense. Where the court case? Where's the case? Where's the case? Where? But when we say this thing, you said this, you said that. You really think Mo Ali wants to be where? You really think so? Mo Ali is even not even all that thing when you're doing that, they're trained, they're playing Bwaka because all of them are how they are trained to do that. Mo Ali is with the government. Mo Ali is being paid by Stanton Witherspoon. I say it. Eugene Falcon is being paid by Stanton Witherspoon. I say it. Oh Lord. You leave these guys. You leave the Unity Party thing. You move on. There's some men or women you want in your life, but they're too toxic for you to be there. They will cause your peace of mind. They will cause your liberty. They will cause your freedom. So you leave them alone. You'd rather walk away and be a free man or a free woman than getting pissed off and punching someone in the face and you have to go to jail or prison. It causes you problem. And the kind of relationship you're in with the Unity Party, you let these people go and forget about them. So relationship, then you forget about it and you leave it for good. You're letting people go. Joseph Boakai is not able to make anyone to be president in our country. Let me tell you today. You'll start wasting your time and you'll start inflicting his ego. He doesn't. I say it to you. He doesn't. He will not today. He will not tomorrow. He couldn't. He couldn't. He will not win presidency. He will not make nobody president. Go to the sky and come back. And you'll keep wasting your time. I beg you. That Joseph Boakai got to lift somebody's hand or vote to be president. Yeah? How many people Joseph Boakai not lift their hand or they not win something before? And Joseph Boakai lifted Bernie Samoga's hand. Bernie Samoga is senator today. And he lifted the other person's hand. That senator today. You better start disturbing people, eh? Because you're set to you'll get problem. You're the ANC people. You're set to you'll get serious problem. When people try to tell you exactly what's going on, you don't pick up call. You don't pick up call. You don't pick up call. Me, I'm giving you a direct call today. You won't take it, you don't take it. Your business, I don't care. It is what it is. But we'll be on record that we said this. You don't waste your time with Unity Party. You're done. They will never support you. They will not support. The person tell you, say, if they are going to the rally, it was to promote Kumis. But they say the rally, the title of the rally good, and the intent is good. So what they're simply trying to tell you, that anything that has to do with Kumis, they will not support it. But they're telling you that you might go sit down in all of them can together. My people, Kumi that Jesus ain't coming save Liberia, so he got to make peace with everybody. Let it go. I tell Jesus Jion to go save Liberia. Jesus Jion, be wasting your time saying you save Liberia. Don't work with the people that you're working with, and you'll reinforce your base, and you'll start doing it. Jesus Jion, go. Go try to convince Unity Party people and you'll be wasting your time. Be wasting time and resources on them. Go. Let them infiltrate you again. They don't want to come and carry you on. They want that they playing. And they come and carry you on. Y'all go here. I hear the Jesus Christ people. People talking about politics. You're talking about that. You think that religion here? You think you got to be friends with everybody in politics? The day you understand that you draw a line with certain people and you leave them alone and you focus on the people that you're working with, and you will know. And I see Unity Party people that are talking about Louis Brown working with them. They see Unity Party people that made Joseph Boakai to be 12 years. Joseph Boakai, 12 years vice president. That Joseph Boakai. Musa Belete, Edwin Snow, and all the other people then Kafu in his stomach. Because they made him vice president for 12 years here in Ellen. Today they buy people because they decide to support somebody else. They don't want to support him. They buy people. Then you sit down there, you sit down something. You'll be saying now. We the one can talk. We the one can talk. We the one. We can talk the thing that you can talk. Because we get what they call in all the party then. We're stakeholders. Me past stakeholder in all the party then. I'm just saying this because The facts must be said. Today, I was able to lay out a story to you about what's going on. Yes, there are some members that could be open in the opposition to work together. You leave the Unity Party alone. They're not part of it. Anywhere Joseph Boaga go, he got to carry a bear ball banana you with him. You got to accommodate banana you. You have to. This is shameless Unity Party people passing around. Oh, Louis Brown, Louis Brown, Louis Brown, Louis Brown. I'm not here to speak for Louis Brown. But let me ask you a question. Who is banana you? Who is banana you? Who? That didn't want to stay any kind of moral, the guy that kind of moral reptitude to talk to anybody or any kind of moral standings to say anything? Do you want it? But when we say they say, oh, hey, you need to come and join, and you have to. We are not joining nothing. We're not joining nothing. And I want to join no party. I'm not joining no party. I want to yeah. I'm not joining Unity Party, Liberty Party. I'm not on party business. Nobody about to limit what I'm about to say. Because I don't want to be putting someone in a little box. I don't want to be putting on little box. I want when Alexander come and screw up. I say, Alexander come, you screw up. Boaga screw up, Boaga, you screw up. Normally, you screw up. Anybody that screw up, even the president would have put in the TV room if you did. I want to be able to tell you that they put in the TV room. Yeah. I want to be able to tell Joe you were put in the TV room. And if that lie, you go check the record. Joe we are in TV room. When he came from the TV room, he asked for selfie. They took a selfie with him again. That he requested. While his friend was requesting serious things, you are requesting picture. Because he checking with the TV room, you're confused, you know what's going on. They put Joe in the TV room. That lie. We'll talk about that one tomorrow. Today, we're just discussing where you're going with it, where you go. But I'm not joining no party. I don't want to be part of no group. I don't want to be part of nothing because I don't want to be restricted. I talk to people who are from all ways of life. I talk to them on a daily basis. That's why my phone will never go off. I pay the phone bill. Make sure to keep it on. I can receive any call from anybody. Even Joe, I said, call me today and say, my man, you say I was in TV room. I was not in TV room. I want to discuss it. I will discuss it with him. But I know you were in TV room. So I was in TV room. So I'm saying to you in a nutshell, I don't want to join party. I'm not interested in joining party. Those who got the courage to join party, that's fine. Where I sit, at least I can be able to get information. I can talk to people. High hierarchy. I can talk to the low man. I can talk to my Zogo billionaire. You know, I can talk to the BB bosses. You know, the BB bosses, you won't call me. My number, the only thing I put on Facebook. My number, you know how to get. You call people who don't give my number. You text me, I will text you back. You call me, I will call you back. There. That, sorry. Even Joseph Boaga decided to call me today and say, my picking, I heard say, you've been saying this, you've been saying that about me. What is going on? I will talk to Joe Boy. I will call him Joe Boy. That disrespect. I will call him Joe Boy. We saw Joe Boy when number 9 Jesse. He ain't Yombly. By that time, he was trying to fool Yombly that he would carry her as VP. Nobody's too bad yet. Joe Boy way in number 9. So what was you saying? Eating a face cap with that shit? What is that? What Pape? But we can still what about Pape? We can still what Pape out. It is what it is. You know? So it's not anything personal. But it doesn't matter. Me, I don't want to be part of no party. Those who want party identity, that's okay. Nothing wrong with you two. You stay Liberian. Somebody asked me why they gotta put Joe in TV room. My man Mayfield Deco, they're not too bad. And I say Alexander Kumi will all be right, bro. That's not what I'm saying, bro. If you bring an instant here that Alexander Kumi wrong, I'll say he's wrong. Why wouldn't I say that, my man? There are times where I've criticized Alexander Kumi. I told Alexander Kumi he was wrong from day one for joining the CPP. I did. And I stand by that. You know? So, for you to say that, my man, somebody said something, I wanted to read it, man. You got my attention. No, till I still hold on. I still hold on. I get connection, all the party there, I still hold on. But man, let me tell you something. The people that me, I will not lie to nobody. The people that who learn my business, me, I will tell you, even though They wish I was, in the United Party or whatever it is, or I would just quiet a little bit about Joseph Boakai, whatever. That the United Party people, they let my business. I will not lie. I got a bunch of United Party people, and as we speaking, said maybe they will be the first group of people that will send me Christmas gift. I'm telling you. And then on the other hand, again, the second group of people that let my business like that, that's CDC. CDC people let my business. I won't lie to you. CDC people they hear me up. I got my CDC boy who try to put me in situation again. I told them I don't want to level with that. They want to do all kind of funny connection then, but I told them that lie inside. I cool. And sometimes I point in the direction for people who in that level there. I point in and I say, go there. Hope the person will do them. Me and I won't be inside. You know what I mean? But to be quite honest, my United Party people, they let me. I want to lie. The United Party people let me. I've had United Party partisans call me. We talk. We lecture. They try to convince me. And we inside. Oh, my man, they vote. What kind of vote? Give for your vote, man. Jeremiah Wabo, a new bad boy to Joseph Boy, what type of vote? Nobody's too big, man. Also, we're coming close the show, but to be quite honest, yeah, that's a cool question. Tomorrow we'll talk about the Minister of Finance. There are a lot of things unfolding that you guys are not aware of. I told you Samuel Twes going out of country or whatever it is, it's not mutually exclusive. Yeah. Some days when I hear serious-minded people who know what's going on behind closed doors reveal some of the things that is going on in our country, it breaks my heart, to be very honest. Someday I can just want to give up. I don't want to come on Facebook. I just want, forget about the whole Liberian politics, live my life, and just don't even talk about it. Because it's costing me more than I'm gaining anything. But then when I hear about some of the trick, some of the plans, some of the things that you guys are in, the one who claim to be poor people children, some of the things that they do behind closed doors that you have no clue about. When I hear it, then I get confused. Okay, how can a poor man who's supposed to enhance poor people, help poor people, be the same person to honor my poor people's own agenda though? How does that work? How? When I hear the other person, and the president built school, no, Joe, we never built no school in Bapolu or hospital in Bapolu. Let's bring the record. Who built a hospital in Bapolu? How the money was given. And some of the things they even tried to do to stop that. How they want to kick backs and other things to even prevent that from happening. So you see, when Bill Carson, the people who got claustrophobia, maybe like Joseph Boakai and other political leaders who can call Costa a criminal in a crook. I'm not afraid of Costa. And I see Costa more than one time face to face. He and all his minions, they ain't get there and they can do nothing. I tell him straight up. I told him in face before. I told him behind closed door. I said it in public. And he's not to be trusted. He's a criminal. He's not a serious man. He will never be serious in his life. Never. He exploits people. I've not done that. I don't do that. He blackmails people. I don't do that. I've never done that. Does that make me any better than him? Yes, it gives me an advantage over him because I don't do that. I think it's wrong. So I don't have claustrophobia. I think Joseph Boakai has claustrophobia. I think other political leaders who are afraid to distance themselves, never associate with him, has claustrophobia. I still be afraid of Costa. You even know it, brother. You even know me. Yeah, you get to know me. I one of the first people that came on Facebook and told Shara Costa directly. I don't talk behind the hallway him. Other people don't call him me. Or the Channing Talk Show. I don't call him Channing Talk Show. I call him phone name. I don't. And guess what? He respects me. Because he knows I will say as it is. The same thing with Witherspoon. All the men will respect each other. They know I don't go around, fool around, and have behind the hall to talk. No, I'm not going to do that. Like you're the who can be kissing up to him. Me, I don't kiss up to him. No. I don't kiss up to you. Never will. I don't kiss up to no man. So, brother, you don't get to know me. Bill, you better do. I'm cool. I'm a stress shooter. I don't play around. Especially my friend, man. I tell you as it is. But man, if I'm talking about me, we'll talk about me. I'll talk about myself. I'm a stress shooter. I know me. I know me better than you. That means you'll introduce me to you. That means you'll introduce me to somebody. That means I know me. I'm a stress shooter. I don't fool around. I talk it as it is. Yep. You feel offended, that's fine. You will get over it. And if I do something that you don't like, you say it too, I will get over it. But I think we need to be saying the truth to each other. You know, we who are English-speaking people to some extent, we're not brave. We don't say the truth. You know, we don't like. For me, my nature, anybody will tell you, I'm confrontational. I will tell you as it is. I'm very confrontational. Oh, I will tell you as it is. Even at work, one of my employees passing around, I call in the office really quick, sit down. I let her know what's going on. I don't play like that. I let her know what's going on. I'm not a passive leader. No, I'm not. No. I'm involved. I'm actively engaged. In a community where I live in, some people are sedition. They say they will not come to the Liberian community meeting because I can criticize the government. I told them that's fine. That's okay. But I will not kiss up to you. No, I will not do that. You don't do me a favor. In a church, I tell them, you don't do me a favor when you come to church. No. You don't do me a favor. You don't do me a favor when you come to a meeting. No. 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 You don't. If that's what you are thinking, you need to rethink. You don't do me a favor when you go to church. You do me a favor when you come to church. I tell the congregation. I tell every day. I said, me, you don't do me a favor when you come to church. Are you a Jesus problem? I don't mean you problem. So you don't do me a favor when you come to church. The play you do me a favor if I invite you to my house and you say you can't, you're not can't, that's a different level. But to can't because I criticize President Joe Weah. So when you call someone, I will not come, I will not come to the meeting, I will not sign up for the Liberian Association. That's okay. The day problem fall in your house too when you're not on the record, we're not come there. To every action, there is equal opposite reaction. You think I want to Liberian protein here? Pass around y'all, get people that you'll be sucking up. I don't suck up, bro. I keep it 100%. Me, you, I can tell you the truth here today. Me, you still work together. So I tell them in the community here. Some of them refuse to even partake. You even invite them. They will not come and say because I criticize. Oh, your mom always on the president. Your mom always on the president. My mom will be on the president till I die. Until the president, as long as it doesn't change, I will not change. Nope. This is my reaction today. It will be my reaction tomorrow. And I stand by the president will put in the TV room. Some of them text me from why you gotta be saying that to the president? You president for the community, you sort of unite us. I say I've united everybody here. That's why I welcome everybody, whether you sedition, you're not sedition. I've even welcomed sedition. Do you know? Let me tell you this to the bill. And for the record, do you know for my inauguration, when the people decided that we'll have an inauguration, they wanted a keynote speaker. I told them to decide who they want to be the keynote speaker. Do you know they picked Jefferson Koji? Do you know that? And I have criticized Jefferson Koji. But when it comes to what sort of happened to Liberia and for Liberia, I support it. And I told him, I said, let's send you an invitation. So you see, so I can walk and chew gum. I'm not the kind of guy who, for the better good of the country, I will not put aside certain things. But there are certain values and principles that I will not put aside. So I can criticize the government. I criticize them for them to do the right thing. I criticize Joseph Human Boaka. I criticize him for him to do the right thing, to exhibit leadership. Quietude is not always leadership. It's not always leadership. It's not. So, you know, I'm just telling you and the rest of the people, yes, Jefferson Koji. He didn't come, but guess what he did? Snuck in here, and he tell when I know he came to my own city. I said, look at the other one. I look at him. I was out of town when he came. But when he came, the information came to me that he was here. I said he will balance. I told the person there, I said, Jefferson Koji, he will balance. I've invited other government officials here for the better good for our people to even come for to discuss the memorandum of understanding that we have here for the Liberian people. With the universities, all the nurses in the United States, the leader, she lives in Arizona. There is a memorandum of understanding for. But I'm not going to pass around and go say, oh, let me go meet Joia. Let me go meet the other person. You think I'm looking for audience? I will do that. I will not do that. The same way I told Joseph Boakai, if you come to Arizona and you sneak behind me and you don't come and your people don't say, oh, let's schedule a meeting, let's do the one, and you send message to somebody that must call the other person, call the other person to schedule message. I told that person, I said, no, he's smoking, I'll go for you. I ain't calling nobody. And I never call anybody. Nobody from our own administration call anybody. Because you know what? How it's supposed to be. You don't elect leaders and praise and worship them and use excuses. So, closing, to be quite honest, the opposition can unite with some members of the opposition, but not United Party. Let United Party go sit down somewhere. The road to the presidency in Liberia, and not through United Party, not through Joseph Yuma Boakai. You get off your hard horses. You get off your hard horses. Nobody is going to take presidency and get to Joseph Yuma Boakai. Why he's saying that in rehab? Where you can take a picture of women, you put there, oh, the paper smiling, oh, the paper doing the bunch of stupid people that I think will follow. That's smiling in the Labrador post eat. That's smiling in the Labrador post over eat. Yeah, the paper smile too fun. Joseph Boakai smile looking like fun. You're just moving on the thoughts on deep in it. And then we like that. So people looking for food to eat. You put in picture all around talking about the paper smile. But I want to also love it and be sunny. Better you're playing with a dog. What kind of stupid people then we dealing with when we're talking and say this and say that? That I'm also saying that we're talking serious national issue to hold government accountable. They're saying that, oh, the paper smiling. Oh, the next president in here waiting. Okay, then you just say that you'll be president. Yeah? Say that you'll be president. Then you say that in rehab, rest at Joey, then you'll be president. See where they're flocking in Lofa County. The other flocking will not be more flock. And I ask some of you who support him, who are passing around with the foolishness, thinking that he got someone to vote, in someone to wear hard that him keeping there. You'll go take it from them when the time comes. Hey, election coming. That is if you will run now. You'll go take it from there. You will go take that 500 or 10,000 vote and bring it to him. You will bring that 10,000 vote and give it to him. Let him say that. He might not do nothing. He might not do the work. He might not come and talk to the Labrador people. He might not motivate people. He might not speak on issues that are going on in the country. He might not do something. No, he shouldn't do anything. You sit down and you take one picture of oh, the paper smiling their money. Look at it. They got a new president. The next president smile about. Okay. You'll be president in your dreams. You'll be president in your dreams. You'll be saying that. Yeah? I'll be saying that. Yeah. You'll be president. Yeah, waiting for you. But anyways, thank you for being here. We've reached the 2 hours mark. Tomorrow we'll be here. No, Bill Costin, I don't want to be no president of Liberia. I have no interest in that job. Nope. I don't know in my old age, maybe, but not at this point. Nope. I have no interest at this point in any political office in Liberia to be appointed to come to anybody come to power, say they want me minister, they want I won't be part of that. I don't want to be inside. Because when you make me minister, when you do wrong, we'll talk it and you fire me. So if you want to give me joy, it has to be a 10-year position where I can tell you say you're wrong. You can be the president, I will tell you say you're wrong. And I will be the first person to go to the newspaper and say the president corrupt. I will say it. But I want a 10-year position because I don't want you to say you fire. No, I won't be there. I won't be there and criticize the person. So if I would take any position in Liberia, it will be a 10-year position. Not position where you can position me and tell me what to do. Because when you tell me what to do, and I won't say what I won't say, then you fire me. No, I won't be right there and tell you that you are corrupt and that you are wrong on what you are doing. I want to be there and do it. So no, I'm not interested in no political office, but I good, I super. I drink my lay, when I got joy to warm, I go push my cartoon, I stay super. When I ready, I go push my cartoon to McDonald's, I stay super. I good, I'm content, I'm happy. But like I said, if anybody like me, the way I look and the way I am, you want to give me a job, it'll be a 10-year position where I can hold you accountable. If you're going to give me a position where you can put words in my mouth, you lie. You lie. You lie. Because even Sekou, sometimes Sekou can find a hard time. My man. My man, you know, slow down. Nope. That's who I am. When I'm passionate about something, I speak about it. In just this way I'm speaking. So I think we have a lot of things going on. Somebody say ANC missing money. Yeah, that's a good question for ANC to tell where the money is, you know. I think Bill Carson, to be honest, the best two people for Liberia right now will either be Alexander Cummings or Tiawan Gonglo. Anything from that is a recycle, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy and resources. We're going right back, will even be worse. I can tell you that for a fact. I'm not going to have the NFL. I told anybody, I will not support Joseph Boakai. I will not support Joe Weah. And the two things I know for now. And I know it will not change because I know both of them will not change. Yep. I know Joe Weah will not change. If they call him for another meeting again next year, he will go to the TV room again. Just watch it. They'll put him in the TV room. They don't take him serious. But tomorrow we'll talk about him. Tomorrow we'll talk about the government. We'll talk about Joe Weah. We'll talk about the TV room they're putting in. We'll discuss that one. And tomorrow we'll talk a little more about what was discussed in DC. No, be shout out. Even some of your opposition member there. All these guys are working. These boys are working. These boys are working. You're sitting there be checking. These boys working. They want to stay in power. But anyway, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, my man Bill, I mean, you can be cartoon pusher and you can be the head of those who push cartoon and say you're pushing cartoon. You know? Yeah. You are pushing cartoon, but at least I got leadership position in where I'm pushing my cartoon. So yeah, I can call people to the office. Yeah. I got people that, in fact, we had a party yesterday, a Christmas party, and I was the Santa Claus. I had to get gift out to my employees. So I think I'll post my Santa picture so you can see it. Yeah, my man, nothing wrong with that one, bro. Nothing wrong with that one. No, I don't know if Joe Weah. No, I will not say that one. I don't know if you're urinated or anything. Oh yeah, Monk, my man. Monk, call me directly if you get my number if you want to say a word too, please. Call me. Call me quick before I close the show, my man. I didn't open the lines today. I didn't open the lines because Sekou should have connected the phone. He didn't connect it, so I'll go to your house in a little bit so I can connect the phone to me since I'll be fully on the program now. But call me if you want to partake, Monk. Let me wait for you for the next 1 or 2 minutes. Monk, my man, waiting on. You know what? Let me call you. Hold on. Let me call you. Because you say Joe Weah on working on list. Joe Weah in TV room, man. We're in TV room watching black and white TV. Yeah, my man.
What up, dude?
Yeah, the president. I said the president in Qatar wearing black and white TV in that play.
They're talking about he went and brought a lot of aid to the country outlet. So all the countries that wanted to have given Georgia aid, whatever they walk up before they could finally give it aid. What happened to the first 13 million when he became president that came from Macron? How people can be so gullible they will find all kind of excuse just to justify anything that shows their own curiosity, I don't get it. So I wanted to talk about the whole CPP thing that we've been talking forever.
Yeah, please.
The whole CPP at this stage, I don't think it's going to work. The damage has been done already. It was just too much. They went too deep, and I think at this stage it's irreversible. Maybe they can, whether they like the coming, you can come around with other opposition party, like other collaborating party. But I just don't think the possibility of a Cummings and a Boakai ticket, I just don't think it's going to work right now. And I think it just increased George Weah likelihood of returning the presidency, worst case scenario, because I don't know. And when they split the possibility of winning the presidency from the opposition, I think it's going to be tough as well. So we got a delicate situation. Maybe the Liberian will be the ultimate decider if it goes to round number 2. So the best they could do is to just force the election, go round 2, and then see what happens. It will be like a Hail Mary, because since the Cummings and the Boakai ticket cannot work at this stage, I don't know. Maybe a Cummings and the Tiawan Gonglo ticket might make the case. I'm not sure of that, because people always get signal before election. The unanimous consent was a Boakai and a Cummings ticket, and if they can work, then I don't know the combination of leaders or the combination of political parties you might put together that will be able to take this thing from George Weah. I just don't see it happening.
Okay.
And even if we go to round number 2, the possibility of the Unity Party people, because the thing is, people need to go back in history. The Unity Party people said Cummings or nobody, he got 7%, but all of a sudden they blame him for losing the presidency in 2017. I just don't know how a guy with 7% would cost the presidency.
Exactly.
And then Or you look at the whole situation with the Yombi Kaga and the Dillon, everybody's being neutral, but at the end of the day, they started picking sides. The whole thing was set up in a way that, you see, Cummings, like I said, until Cummings and the ANC folks can tell all the political incentive for being part of the CPP, I just feel that he shot himself in the legs.
He did.
Looking at the whole, looking at the totality and looking at the whole thing of bigger picture, Cummings the one that destroyed his candidacy. Because I just didn't see the logic after you refuse to be part of the collaborating party within 6 months for you to go and join the same people you didn't want to be part of. After you came out and said, "Oh, you build your own brand. You are the outsider. You are not a guy who want to do business as usual. You cut yourself, loose from the entire opposition, only for you to go back and join it. And it was set up. It was never for you. What make you think the more allies of the world, the Boga, Jalibali, Dillon? What make you think they will come up with an idea for you to be the beneficiary?
Yeah.
What you was thinking about? That you are going into the collaboration for you to go and put a fight? When in fact we were already 3 against 1? No. From the onset of the CPP, you were the outside. It was never intended for you. The Yombi Kanga and the Benena Yuri, they were all leading Joseph Boga. It was like an auditioning for them. They want the both of them to be vice president. So you Cummings becoming part of that opposition, you just like, you were dead on arrival. Because anyway you look at it, whether it was consensus dealing, whether it was a primary, it wasn't meant for you. So you went over there knowing what you went there for. Like I said, the people who were advising at the time that told me to be part of the collaboration, maybe they will be having more explaining to do. Because I just don't know the logic. There was no political incentive. I didn't see anything that played. It just damaged his brain to utter his own message. Because if you say you are the outsider, then you cannot go and be part of the same guy you consider to be the one that was doing the dirty laundry for the Unity Party government or the corrupt system in the country. So either way, Cummings is just looked up. In this case, but like I said, 2023, even if Cummings is successful to come round number 2, United Party is not going to support him.
They're not going to support him, bro. They're not.
That's just the reality. People know the truth, but they be sugarcoating. They want to play a nice guy. Like, call it for what it is. If Cummings make it into round number 2 next year, United Party will not support Cummings.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem to have it to the ANC yet. You will get lip services, but I know damn well if Boga makes it to round number 2,
Thank you.
They are not going to support Joseph Boga. You know that.
And that's why they don't need to be fooling around, wasting the poor time. Cut to the chase, go and solidify your side and do what you're doing. Stop all these stupid things, because at the end of the day, bro, they will just keep the people in cycle and confuse the people more. Let them go form their own groups.
Yeah. Everybody go and do what you can do. Like I said, they like bring people. Why you vote for Georgia? The option is so easy. If you want incompetence, if you want to destroy the country, if you like the way the country is going, vote for George Weah. If you want to go back to the past, if you want past failure, if you want the same past corruption, if you want to go back to the past, you got Joseph Boga. If you want to move forward and you want something different, you want something new, then you got Cummings. Even the blind man can understand this whole election cycle. It's easy. The choices are there.
Yeah, Koba, my Oma. Koba, I'll click over. Koba, I'll click over. Koba, I'll click over. Koba, I'll click over. That the last caller will take it. My man, Monk. Monk, where is story tomorrow?
Tomorrow, man, I can be so busy to see the hospital back in there and all that crap. I don't know. I'm not sure until maybe I'll see maybe late this evening or this anyway I can go.
Yeah, but let's connect later on. Let's connect later on.
All right, man. Thanks for the time.
All right, no problem. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Good looking. Let me call the last caller. Let me call you Yaseni very quick. My cancel your piece quick so I can go. I gotta run. The Christmas present here. Why I ain't get no Christmas gift for any one of y'all. We'll see.
Moses.
Yeah, my Oma, what is going on?
I wanted to make a point
Please.
really quickly. I think you're on point to some degree, but we'll explain on Tuesday night. Another thing I wanted to talk about is have we come to accept that we will become our own police, our own soldier, our own security system, and investigate when there's crime committed in a country or would be crime, that we will be our own investigators? Because I hear people asking who are known to be sedition or other people what happened to the 70,000. I think that particular issue was reported to the Liberian government. It's their duty to do the investigation and come up with what the truth is. If was it 70,000, was it 30,000? It's supposed to be the police giving us report. We already know the funds missing. We don't know at this point how much was taken.
But let me hold you there because on some real note that y'all need to let the public know, because y'all told us money was missing and that your money. So y'all need to let us know now what you're investigating. In fact, you even need to go as far as addressing the public and saying, okay, this is the update. This is what, so far we've gathered. Up until now, it has been other people from what I'm gathering that say it was 70,000. The ANC has not, or the CPP has not attached a figure on that missing money. Yet, for a fact, you guys reported that money was missing. So you guys need to update us now. I don't think this is a government issue now. We can put on the government.
Well, from my understanding, living here, and let me just say this, about maybe 10, 15 years ago, my ring, I have some program in my house, and my wedding ring was missing. All I did was, I could not find it. I went to the police station, okay, got a police report. They sent out, information to pawn shop and places, and I had the police report to call my insurance, and then the police was left with investigating to get that for me. I've already made the report. So it was not for me to go look for who took it, who didn't take it, for me to go look for it. How you call it? I know that there were money given to Mr. Kola, Martin Kola, and the money, apparently the money disappeared. So maybe we need to find out from them how much really it was taken.
Exactly.
And then, but still, the police need to update her because they say crime.
No. Omar, I think I will get it wrong.
And Steve, that's the way it works.
No.
If I report a crime, it's left with the police.
No.
If I report a crime, it's left with the police to investigate.
The crime that was committed, among y'all. You report that to the police so it can be on record. Can you update the public saying the
it's a crime. Listen, the justice system in Liberia oversees everything. Okay, both external and internal.
So you don't have the capacity to do an investigation and let the public know? That what you're saying?
It's not that we don't have the capacity. It is within the jurisdiction of the police, though.
Nobody not answer my question, though. Let me ask you a direct question. Do you guys have the capacity?
Well, yeah, it is. We can do our own investigation. No, hold on. And Steve, about 6 years ago, Mr. Kumi's car was stolen and crossed the border. All right? That report was made to the police for the police to investigate. Although they didn't go out there to do what they needed to do, we also did our own, were able to retrieve the car, which was supposed to be the police place to do. And that was not only that car. There were other cars that were taken. And in fact, Dolake was one of the people who the car that were assigned to were taking. And the people came out and said, oh, Dolake were involved. We found out later, no, he was not involved. Because the same thing happened to Mr. Cummings. But if something happened, even within your office, you as a supervisor to your job, if something happened to your office and you call the police, they come and barricade the place. It becomes, depending on the magnitude of the crime,
okay,
either they barricade it and say this is a crime scene until we're finished. We're not taking these kids down.
Okay.
So you don't go back to go check.
Okay. So the way it works, because as part of my role, I'm responsible to lead, spearhead, or conduct the internal investigations at my job for anything that is missing or so forth. Now, and then I submit my report, to the overalls or whatever it is, the vice president or whatever that. And then we take it from there to get the legal people in there, whether it's the ombudsman or the state or so forth. Then we get the police involved. However, my only point is, how far are you guys with the internal investigation? Because internal investigations have to be done, though. That is my only concern. How far are we with the internal investigation?
Well,
because
okay, those information will pass to the police, okay? the search is still like I told you, all right? Because it was not just one person, according to what I understand, that was at the office. So the information they have to get,
Okay.
the information that is passed on to the police that we know money is missing.
Okay.
But then we find out, and all of these people follow up with them, get to understand it because it's an organization.
Okay.
Like you have to investigate. Then you need to get to the Ubersman, or you have to get to the police and all of that. So there's steps that have to be followed because this is money. Okay, we know there's a guy out there who is now saying, "Oh, I only took so and so amount. I didn't take the amount that we took, but he's not anywhere around." So we have to find all of those people, but the police is also aware.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So
on money will scrutinize your ANC people. Our money, our money. No. Our money that get missing, our money that get missing will ask you what going on with our money.
So Steve, let me say
Because
this.
we the stakeholder there, we get interest in this particular money being there.
Let me say this to you. ANC is an open book. Everyone has the right to ask questions.
Oh, money umpa will ask you. Money umpa that you will be discussing.
So for me, I want an organization, I want an institution that will be for the people, by the people, and there will be instruments to the people. And this is some of the process, although this, I mean, it's not the Liberian people. That for your business on money, I will stay home and work from home because I want school done as you. But oh man, let me tell you more cause so I can go because I got other people. Okay, why you screwing at the ANC?
Yes.
Make sure you can tell her what happened to our 25 million, our 15 million.
No, we're doing why the time that you're for. We're not Sonny that you won't be president. We're not on that thing. We're not on that thing. Don't. No. You're not distract. You're not distract from us. But Omar, I'll call you. Me tell you what I'll call. You're not distract from us. Y'all want to distract all your things stupid here. We're not stupid here. Y'all will tell us exactly what's going on with our money. Winner. We so be what thing. My man Ben. Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, my man, I gotta close the show. Go ahead, you call. So
I listened to you and Mom. You guys made a lot of points, but the thing about you guys analysis is that where I always struggle with it is that yes, you were able to tell how GMB cannot be used. I mean, the president can be won without GMB. But at the same time, you also know that it will be difficult without GMB not being in the picture because there is not a history for what you guys are putting forth there that will be there will not be a second round. There's going to be a second round.
Mm-hmm.
So if GMB is not in the picture, it doesn't look like it's a reality. It's just like we just playing around ourselves. So it means that you guys are settling for a Georgia second term.
No, that's not what it means. No, that's
You guys can't. You guys are afraid to say it.
No, that's not what it means, Ben. That's not what it means.
Okay.
It means if winner, I don't have to confuse you. Winner.
Convince me of a scenario in Liberia where the incumbent does not go to the second round.
Convince you of a scenario in Liberia where what?
Where the incumbent, which is Georgia, where he will not go to a second round. We all know that he will go to a second round. Who is he going to a second round with all of these troubles that have been caused? Yes, the injuries that have been caused of all these opposition.
You can't ask a question, then you continue the conversation. Then I don't know how you want me to respond.
All right, sorry.
So let me respond to your question, and then because I gotta go, but because you call. I have things to do, my man. I have things to do, and I let you get our show for 8 hours Facebook. I'll turn the show off before you leave. And I on that level with you. I got things to do. So here's the thing. Essentially, my point is, whether you like it or not, United Party is not going to support Mr. Cummings in the second round, as evidenced by the behavior. As evidence by hey, wait now, my man. You say I'm entitled to my view. You can't be what they call it.
I know. I said I'm supporting you.
So if they're not going to do that, then ANC or CPP need to start wasting their time on trying to convince them 10 months to an election when they had 2 years, they should have been finished forming this thing, ready to go, everything good. They see United Party people left. Why waste time and resources on these people when you can reach out to other people and get them on board to secure a second round? And let me tell this to you. You don't need a United Party to win Georgia. You don't.
That is what I want you guys to keep telling the library for now.
Listen, no. Listen. Ben, yeah. I agree with your assertion. It's not what it's not what needs to be said. It is the fact of the matter. What United Party has done, and they have done it from a clever standpoint. They did two things that ANC and other people never pay attention to. The first one, they projected Joseph Yuma Boakai as a poor man, which they know is not true. That he just getting loan from the bank. That's the projection. That's the image again. So, because they want to hide any kind of trace evidence of corruption to him. Because if you start saying he got money or whatever it is, how did he get money? Then we got to dig a little deeper.
Right.
But that's aside the point. The second part they have done cleverly also that has to be demystified is the fact that they have said to the public, Joseph Yuma Boakai is the only way to the presidency. And that's why they have been telling the Liberian people, which is not true from a mathematical standpoint. So they want to impose Joseph Boakai as the only person through which anybody can go to the presidency, especially from the opposition side. So you hear them saying that the bigger black on the opposition, they're the bigger party, and they got the numbers, and they got that one. But most recently, it didn't show though. Joseph Boakai got flogged in his stronghold. Everybody, Joseph Boakai had lifted their hands from the time he lost the election in 2017. They have flogged that person.
You're right.
So think about it. So, like you said, this is the conversation, the realistic conversation we should be having. And maybe ANC and CPP people need to use it as the talking point now to clarify the air, to not inflict Joseph Boakai ego, to make it low there to say he must be there. If he's not there, it's not going to work. No, that is not true. You don't need Joseph Boakai. The sooner you understand that, the better it will be for you.
But here's the last thing I said before I go.
Yes, please, so I can close.
If something, if we must agree that Joseph Boakai is not the way to the presidency, then I want you guys to be projecting the other way. What other way is there? And it's that way that we have to start thinking about now.
I agree.
But we can't be hiding our hands in ourselves and say, yes, Boakai is not the way. But now, where is the way? Help the Liberian people know.
Exactly. I agree.
Yes.
I agree with you 100%. For the first time we agree on something, you know, all going in cycles, me and you. My man, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I will call you. My people that here, y'all have a good day. I gotta go wrong. We will not get put like a girl Christmas all year. Y'all have a good day. Y'all thank you for being here. Let's call it a day. Funky on the beat.
I'll sing Hosanna, I'll sing Hosanna, yeah, Hosanna, yeah. I will sing a song Hosanna, yeah, I will sing a song Hosanna, yeah. Cause the song Hosanna, Hosanna is the trumpet song. The song Hosanna is the song of victory, yeah, Hosanna, yeah. Hosanna, 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 Hosanna. Everywhere I go, I will sing Hosanna. Even on my sick bed, I will sing Hosanna. Even on my wedding day, I will sing Hosanna. Even if there is nobody, I will sing Hosanna. Even if there is no mother, nobody, I will sing Hosanna. Cause the song Hosanna is a victory song.